I'm struggling with my adult daughter. That's not that unusual.
That is not. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I think that that's really, obviously really tough.
it is tough.
Yeah.
So many people struggle with their adult kids. I think that that's such a, I remember I always say to you that all of the books are out there for toddlers and teenagers. And then there's this whole period when you have adult children that very few people talk about. So why don't you talk, what's it like to be an adult child?
I think it's great. I mean, I think I realize I'm incredibly blessed that I'm able to live relatively close to both my parents, which a lot of people don't. And yeah, I think it definitely takes work, especially after you come back. If you go to college and then you come back, and I think trying to a lot of times navigate boundaries between your own life and what's your family life and how you want to involve your parents in that and vice versa. Because people's lives change obviously as time goes on. So it's like a constant, I think, work in process, just trying to assess like what's working, what's not working. I think honest and open communication has been really helpful for all of us, and talking about kind of, again, like just being upfront what works and what doesn't, I think has been really helpful.
I think that's the big challenge, Maria. Obviously, I don't know your relationship at all, but I have lots of friends in the same situation who are talking certain struggles with their daughters, certain struggles with their sons. I have friends who have kids who are transitioning. I have friends who have kids who've gotten married and they don't get along with an in-law. So it's complicated out there. It's really complicated. And I think being able to have a friend that you can talk it through with, maybe talk to other adult children about, maybe what do they look for from their parents? How do they have a good relationship? Knowing that these things go in cycles, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
And I have found that the more I try to kind of let you and your sister and your brothers know I'm here and available, but not inject myself constantly into your life.
Yeah, I think we have a great balance with doing so. But yeah, it is. I think it's also, once people start having kids and stuff, I think that begins a whole other situation too. So I think it's a constant piece of work, but beautiful one.
So Maria, I hope you, Dr. Coleman also, who we had on here, and he's been in the Sunday paper several times, writes a lot about periods of estrangement, difficulties, and challenges. And then we also did the author, I can't remember his name right now, he just came out with a book called How to Parent Adult Children and What They Need. And I guess the big change for most of us who are parents is to recognize that the adults, kids or young adults are in the driver's seat, and we have to kind of adjust a little bit more to them than we might be used to. Okay, Sharon McLaughlin Fabrice, I hope I did that. What are your family traditions for Thanksgiving? Go.
Well, I would say traditionally we used to play football, but we haven't done that.
The back, the sciatica, the foot.
But our traditions are, we used to do it like family only, going back east every year. And then we started to transition to doing Thanksgiving in LA at my mom's. And I think what's really great actually is that we've expanded it from being family only to kind of actually just opening the table up and inviting like whoever is in town or whoever may find themselves to be alone during Thanksgiving. We also go hand out turkeys and do like a feeding the homeless at our local church.
I love
which is really exciting, and I actually really look forward to that every year.
I do too. We go to a church here in Santa Monica. It's called St. Monica's, and Monsignor Torgerson is our pastor, and he's been a really important part of our family's life, and he's a big he's a big figure, I would say, in my life. And every Wednesday before, they do a big Thanksgiving meal for the entire community of people who have nowhere else to go. And so we always go there and serve. And I really love that.
Yeah, I do too.
And I love what Christina said. I love also being able to welcome to our table people who might not have somewhere else to go. Some people have never experienced Thanksgiving at all, and just trying to keep adding onto our table. So that's our biggest tradition, to keep adding onto our table.
I think also it's actually really interesting is that the people that you've had over, that you invited over, is like kind of just to see like what if they had any plans or anything, are always so beside themselves grateful to have been invited. And I kind of always assume a lot of people have plans already, but I think it's just another really great reminder that you never know what people are going through. You never know like what their relationship is like with their family, they have family in town or not. So I think it's always a great motto to kind of really have an open table Thanksgiving.
I love that. Hoda gave me a couple years ago this song called Indra
Oh, I think I know.
It's called At Your Table. Yeah. And I just love that song. It's a great one to play around the holidays. Dina Snyder, what's your favorite thing to do together as a mother and daughter? When someone says, think of a memory of a special time together, which one comes to mind? It could be a joyful time or one in which you needed each other's strength. Whew, these questions are really thought-provoking. What's a favorite thing? We do a lot together.
That's what we do.
Yeah, we like to go out to eat. Yeah, you're a big adventurer in restaurants, and so you're always like finding a great place with great baked goods, which is my weakness and my love, you know. So that's a big thing that we like to do.
Favorite thing to do?
We travel. We went to
we have traveled quite a bit together, which is always really fun.
We went to the Special Olympics this summer together with her brother Christopher, and we went to Berlin, and then we went on to Croatia and came back. We worked together.
Walk together.
We like to walk together. That's true. We walk together. We work together. Christina works on the Sunday paper. She's worked on the summits, the Radically Reframing Aging Summit, the Relationship Summit. We produced 2 documentaries together, Take Your Pills, which were her ideas, Adderall, Take Your Pills Adderall, and Take Your Pills Xanax. So we work together, we eat together, we walk together.
Netflix, by the way, if anyone wants to watch the documentaries coming up.
Yeah, that's a good thing to watch at Thanksgiving. Take Your Pills. Okay, Zibby Owens, what's the secret to creating a strong community? Well, I just want to say, Zibby Owens just opened a bookstore in our community in Santa Monica, next to where we often go to get our nails done. Yes, that's who this is.
Okay.
And I want to shout you out. We don't know each other. Well, we kind of know each other through virtually, but you have done a great job, because that bookstore, I love going to the bookstore.
I do too.
I love it. And she's created a beautiful jewel of a bookstore in our community of Brentwood, Santa Monica community.
It's hard to find bookstores now.
It's really hard to find bookstores, especially ones that you can sit down in and actually read through. And she has done that. So I want to shout you out. I was so glad to see this. And building community, I think we've built an incredible community here at the Sunday paper community, right? We've built a community by asking people first and foremost to join. I think by saying these are the values of this community, this is what this community does, meaning that it wants to live its life above the noise. Everybody here is united in that. I think everybody is united in that they want to move humanity forward in all different kinds of ways. When I read through the comments, people are doing things that are just unbelievable, starting nonprofits, working in prisons, working in schools, working as caregivers. People have retired and gone back to work. People are still parenting. People are working with their adult children. People are doing all kinds of incredible things, and they're able to share what they're doing, and then people give them feedback or say, I can join in, or people have started their own Zoom conversations to discuss the paper, discuss the content in the community. So I think giving people a place to gather on a everyday, weekly basis is a big part of building community. When I was First Lady of California, I built a big women's conference, which provided community where people could gather. And many people have asked for the Sunday paper to actually be a physical gathering place. So that's something I'm thinking about trying to figure out how to do and where to do. We're read in 100 countries, so we're global. So it's a challenge to kind of figure out how to bring everybody together. But I think, you know, stating we're all people who believe that media can be a force for good. That's a passion of mine. who want to live our lives above the noise, who want to move one another forward, who want to help each other. I think having those kind of shared values, knowing that we all come from different walks of life, different religions, different skin colors. I love that in here. I don't know anybody's political affiliation. I don't know anybody's where they came from, where they went to school, but everybody here is on equal footing. And so I think that's a big part of having a community.
Yeah, I think it's also really, I feel like I talk to more and more people about how difficult sometimes it is to actually build a community or find their community. I think as you're getting older too, if you have a new interest or whatever, like really it can be hard sometimes to find your own community. But I actually do really like what you say about kind of continuing things or having a meeting spot like once a week. I even find that with my girlfriends, if I have something to like connect us all once a week, be it like a TV show or whatever it is, I think that those things are really important in all of our lives.